I got my parents' iPhones, and the reason I got them iPhones is because of stuff like that. What are you nervous about with your new phone?
Number one, dropping it.
Okay. Obvious. This is the button I got to push.
Yeah.
They seem to do that intuitive aspect of it better. Well, that one will probably survive it because it is water resistant now. Did you know that?
Awesome. Didn't know that.
Yeah. So let me. What do you like best about the phone, Brett?
It's new and shiny. Welcome to Brett and Eric Discuss.
Today we're going to talk about Brett's new phone. So, Brett, pretty cool piece of tech, right?
Awesome.
Look at that. And what model did you get?
This is the 11.
iPhone 11.
iPhone
Okay.
11.
Yeah. All right. Now, why did you get the 11?
Because it's just what I thought was going to be best for me. I dazzled with all the options. And I had to pick something. I had to pick something. Like it's like it's almost like Volkswagen in the 70s. They had too many Volks for too many folks. And it's like you almost have too many phones to pick from.
There's too many options.
It's almost like pin the tail on the donkey.
It's hard to find the Goldilocks solution, isn't it? When there's like 13. Not too hot, not too cold, not too warm. Yeah.
And the last one I had was the S6. This one's slightly
6S,
smaller,
yeah.
6S. So it's been a while since I've gone shopping for one. But as you know, I've dropped this one so many times. It's shattered into so many pieces.
So, I mean, it's like, I think the mark is once you have 136 fractures, you're supposed to get a new phone.
Okay. Well, I'm not sure if I have, I might have that many, but some of mine are quite long.
Yeah, I'm sure. So, all the way across the screen.
And it's being held together on the bottom half with, shipping tape, that clear...
Packing tape?
Packing tape, that's what it is. I first tried to use duct tape, but, it was a bit of a problem.
Yeah, you can't see through it very well, right?
Couldn't read my emails, I couldn't see what was on the internet.
That's good,
but it did block out your ugly face, so that was the one upside, but that was about it.
Everybody watching this video right now can relate. So, So, quick question on the phone though. Like now that you've got this phone, that thing has an amazing camera. I don't know if you know this, but it has a wide angle and a regular or standard lens on it, and it records 4K video. I think it's up to 60 frames per second, if not at least 30 frames per second. So 4K, you could produce the same quality in terms of resolution as like a Hollywood movie. So, are you going to be starting to make some indie films now, some documentaries on suburban life?
Why not? Somebody's got to do it.
There are actually indie films, entire films that were shot on iPhones, even older ones than yours. iPhone 7, I think they shot a couple of movies. I'll have to look it up, but at least 5 or 6 movies on the iPhone, the entire movie.
That's amazing.
It is.
So that's great. I haven't tried it out. I just got it. UPS dropped it off yesterday.
Yeah.
Got it open, and that's one of my chores today besides work throughout the day.
Does it normally take you a full day to set up a phone?
Well, no. Normally I get somebody else to help me. But with COVID, you see, here's another video for COVID. Throw it out the window because you're done with it for the hour, and then you got to go.
Is that what happened to your 6S?
No, Tile 4 one.
Oh, Tile 4 is the worst for phones. Got to get a good case. You got to have a really good case.
Well, I did have a case, and you have seen it. And all 4 corners are dented and pieces are missing.
Whew.
And it fell on the corner. That most of the
force hits that tile. Yeah.
Yeah, and where most of it was missing, and it's the actual iPhone case for the 6S.
Oh.
But
it's probably good that you had it then, or it would have been really messed up.
Yeah, but all the corners are all damaged and broken already because I've dropped it so many times over all these years.
Who knew your fingers were so slippery?
I don't think it's slippery,
Clumsy?
Yeah, clumsy. Say, these hands weren't made for typing.
That's for sure.
Apparently they're not made for holding an iPhone either.
They look more like billy clubs than You could probably punch a tree down with a hand that size, but I don't think you're going to be good at holding little phones.
Nah, it's almost like one of those little cups of teas, like you got Kevin Costner in that.
Hold that still. I got to get a picture of you.
Open range.
Oh, that's funny.
But anyhow.
So the processor in a iPhone 6s was actually like tens of times faster than the processors in some of the first space missions. And the processor in your phone is more than double the speed of that processor. So I think you'll notice that the phone is much, much faster than the phone that you're recording this video on.
Surprised it's only twice as fast given the number of years between buying them.
I bet it, I don't know the actual number. I didn't do the research on it, but it's at least twice as fast.
Okay, cool.
And they also put more memory in those. Now, you don't have more storage probably because you can't add extra storage to an iPhone. That's one of the drawbacks. But I like the way the phones work. They're really, really intuitive.
Yeah, I look forward to it. As I said, there should be some new bells and whistles. But I stay down the middle of the road. I use for video, for phone, for emails. Work, company emails and work and basic research on the internet. But I'm not a guy that uses it for games and all these other great, wonderful apps that they have there that you can use. Probably need to get the fitness app going because I'm tipping the Toledos a little higher than I would like them to.
Oh man, the scales are talking back to me now. They're like, "Come on, give us a break."
For me, it just keeps spinning around and around, just like on your phone when the thing keeps spinning. The dial just keeps going around. One day it's got metal fatigue and just break off, I think.
I switched to a digital scale, I don't know, 2 decades ago. Sorry. I forgot about this old kind. That's funny. And my phone actually has an app. I've got an app that I use called Pacer. And occasionally it'll remind me, hey, you are really lazy. Get up and do some exercise. Hey,
Fatso, go for a walk.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You haven't logged any exercise in a couple of weeks. And I'm like, oh, boy. But yeah, so the phone app that I downloaded for exercise, they're so intelligent now that they keep track. Hey, this guy hasn't done anything in a while. Let's send him a reminder. So
if that's the case, I need to send my new phone back and go back to the old phone because it didn't shame me as much as I think this one's going to shame me.
Well, it's all about the app. The old phone and the new phone will both have the same apps on them.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. Gotta delete that app.
Delete that app.
Yeah, the old phone, the battery goes down so quick.
Yeah.
It is
it's
unbelievable.
Probably 4 or 5 years old.
Oh yeah, at least 5 years old. And probably over time it degrades as well.
Oh yeah, the batteries aren't meant to last that long.
Yeah. And then probably when it's at 100% and you got it plugged in on your desk or overnight because you're charging, then you go to bed. I imagine charging it while it's already 100% isn't good either. Or at least that's what I've heard.
Yeah. No. Yeah, you're supposed to just charge it up and then take it off the charger, but most of us don't do that in the middle of the night while we're charging it overnight. Right?
Exactly. So it's hard to do that. So you're actually damaging your phone, in theory, every night a little bit.
Yep. It definitely wears the battery down faster that way.
And that's what will be nice about the new phone, really, is having a better battery, having a nicer camera, and I guess processing things quicker. Trying to get the emails to come in and deal with them, send them out, and so forth, depending on how much data. If there's a spreadsheet that's attached to the email that you got to get back to somebody, so that'll be helpful.
The other thing that you might like, I'm pretty sure you had the 6S Plus because you said it was physically larger than the iPhone 11.
Yeah.
Right?
Maybe it was a Plus. Yeah.
Yeah. So the nice thing about the 11 though is even though the phone is smaller, the screen real estate is bigger. So there's the screen to phone ratio is better on the iPhone 11.
It's not much smaller. I think it's still a little bit because there are some dark edges here.
Right.
Where I do have that there. There's less dark at the top and at the bottom because you don't have the home button.
Exactly.
So the image...
the image is a little bit bigger. It's like 5.7 versus 6.1 or something like that. It is slightly larger. on the iPhone 11.
Yeah, it is longer. It truly is longer, but I think it's slightly narrower, just slightly.
Yeah.
It still has the same round edges, so my hands will still have the same problem dropping it.
Slipping and dropping it.
So I'm supposed to be getting a cover for it, and hopefully
that's on order.
Yeah, it's on order.
You got to get a case on these things these days. So
hopefully it's almost like how Freddie Belendikoff of the Oakland Raiders, back in the '80s, had all the stick 'em on, on his uniform so he could catch footballs. I need stick 'em all over my phone. I think is what I need.
That's probably true.
Yeah.
But just don't put it on the screen. You won't be able to see your emails again.
Well, it's better than the duct tape I used for this one to start with.
That's true.
Right? So,
that's true.
So,
what are you nervous about with your new phone?
Number one, dropping it.
Okay. I can understand that based on your history.
Number two, just trying to get through the different apps, things that I'm going to need for work, get them on there, get signed in for them,
right?
And all the rigmaroles.
Right.
I'll use it for more for work than just, the typical person just gets a phone for pleasure. And then it's, phone, texting, and that type of stuff. For me, it's email, seeing documents, seeing information.
Right. So you're saying your second biggest challenge you worry about is actually like uploading all the apps, professional apps.
All the apps that I need to, access to get into work since I'm working remotely. I got the computer screens, got a couple screens for that, but then also doing it off the phone.
So I got to back up a little bit because I think you said something that was really, really poignant here. The IT folks don't know that you don't know simple little steps sometimes because you're following explicit instructions. So if those instructions skip one, then that makes the communication harder to understand. Oh, am I supposed to know when that person skipped a step? But I think what the IT people assume is that there's some basic, like elementary level of understanding of how to use these devices, right? And some of us have it, and some of us don't.
Are you making fun of me? Now remember, it's nice to be nice.
But what I was going to say is it's not just the IT folks. It's the IT folks and every millennial and every engineer and half the people in the country would probably say, what do you mean you don't understand that? But the reality of it is, and this is why I think Apple products are so popular, why I bought them for my parents. If you can make something that is naturally intuitive, meaning that there's no instruction on the form from the IT person, and there's no previous experience with it, yet you know that, well, this isn't the screen I need to be on. I need to be on that screen in the instructions. How do I do that? And you look at your phone, and it's obvious. This is the button I got to push. Yeah. They seem to do that intuitive aspect of it better, right? Where it's like, oh, well, this is obvious.
I think they've done a good job with this, quite honestly. You think that says, hello, welcome, do this. I've done the facial recognition and all those things that you need to do and put in the password. So I think all the Apple stuff I've taken care of. And they've done a good job, so I can do it from home here.
So let me, what do you like best about the phone, Brett?
It's new and shiny.
And
it looks like it's going to have a better camera. I got two buttons back there opposed to one.
Yeah, it's going to have a much better camera.
I guess it is a little thinner, so maybe these big old mitts can have a better job grabbing it. I don't know. I haven't got too far into it yet. I've only made one phone call to my wife with it, and that's it. So I really haven't texted anybody yet.
Okay.
Haven't been able to get the emails app up and running. So I don't have a lot of experience so far, but I think it's going to be a wonderful phone. I think everything is going to go super smoothly once I just get up and running, and that's one of my tasks today. So
if you were to summarize your new phone, what would you leave the viewers with?
Obviously, if it's faster, that's obviously a plus. It's going to have all the apps you need, whether it's the 11 or the X or any of the other ones. Probably all the technology and the quality from upgrading from a phone that's 5 or 6 years old.
Yeah.
There's just going to be so many pluses. Hopefully I won't drop this one as much. Hopefully I won't have all the little crackles on my screen that I currently have. I say that, I just jinx myself. I'm going to drop this in a pool
in 5
or
minutes.
pond. I'll be walking down the mall and some kid will be flicking pennies into the pond. He'll give me a nudge or something like this, and the phone will go flying into the thing.
Well, that one will probably survive it because it is water resistant now. Did you know that?
Awesome. Didn't know that.
Yeah.
Is it bounce proof? Because that's
Definitely
what I really
not.
that's what I really need.
I like how you say, hopefully I won't drop this one as much, implying that you're going to drop it.
Human, remember, we're very human.
Very, very human in your case.
Just trying to be honest with everybody.
Yeah, that's good.
It's going to bounce a few times.
It is. It is. I hope it bounces and doesn't just splat. The worst is when they go face down. Man, we had an iPad that landed face down on a tile floor. It was a million pieces. Holy cow. It was totally destroyed.
This one here caught the corner, but right where the glass was,
Yeah.
and they need to come up with better glass, in my opinion. In hockey, you see that plexiglass behind the net. People are taking shots over 100 miles an hour into that glass.
Yeah, but that glass is thicker than your phone.
Not true, but with modern technology, and I'm not shooting a 100-mile-an-hour puck at it.
That's true.
I'm just dropping it from maybe 3.5 feet up.
Yeah.
So all things being equal, I think the glass manufacturer needs to step up his game. So if there's anything I can sort of say to Apple is you need people that can make better glass that's more durable. Make them step up their game.
Well, I think they have. If you look at the glass on this phone compared to the one that's all broken, I believe it's a Gorilla Glass type of technology. It's pretty incredibly robust considering how thin that little sheet of glass is on the surface of it.
Well, I'm probably going to test that. Okay?
I know that, and I can't wait to hear you say, "Hey, I dropped it from 3.5 feet, and I only got 16 cracks in the screen." But no, the other thing I was going to say is, if you have problems setting up your phone, you know who to call, right? Not me.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah, call Ghostbusters. Just don't call me. Look,
actually, are the Apple stores open up in the mall?
I don't think so. I mean, I think some of them around the country have, but around here they haven't still.
Yeah, I don't know about our big mall down the road, whether it's the Apple store's up and running, because didn't think of that. Could always go over there and have the fine folks there help me out.
Yep. Well, look, we should probably wrap this video up. I got to go get the kids ready for school, so.
Awesome. Well, thanks for all the advice and insight that you gave me while I was going through this selection process.
Of course,
and
absolutely.
I'll have to report back on how I'm doing, how many drops, and
good luck.
How many apps I can get up and running and so forth.
Right. Good luck with that. I'm curious to hear your feedback after you've used the Face ID and you got the thing going. Hey, thanks for watching today.
Yeah, it's been great. You guys take care. Be safe.
Right. Thank you. Take care.
Bye-bye. Hey, thanks for watching Brett and Eric discuss. We hope you enjoyed the video. If so, give us the thumbs up.
If you have any comments, we'd love to hear from you. Please leave a comment down below.
Also, if you haven't already subscribed yet, please do so.
Next to that subscribe button is a notification bell. If you like these videos, ring that bell.
I'm recording now.
Okay, makes sense.
Interesting. It's red out there where the clock is.